Welcome back. You're watching News Center. Thank you for staying with us. Let's take a look at other developing news happening across the country. Now, focusing in Nakuru County, Azimio allied aspirants in the county are in a dilemma following Raila Odinga's visit last week, during which he said the coalition will only have one candidate for every elective post. Now, the Cosmopolitan County presents a challenge not only to the aspirants, but also to the electorate. Let's join my colleague Ibrahim Karanja with more details on the conundrum that is facing some of these candidates. Karanja, good morning. Just borrowing from what Raila Odinga mentioned last week, that the coalition will have one candidate for each elective seat to increase its chances of winning. And apparently a scientific poll is set to be conducted to determine the strongest candidate. Now, I understand this might be a challenge, considering there might be strong candidates, perhaps between the front parties in Azimio, talk of either Wiper, ODM or Jubilee. How is the state of affairs right now, considering that small parties might feel muzzled if this is the way to go? And how exactly do they conduct this opinion poll?
Well, Jesse, indeed it is a concern that is now rising amongst the aspirants of various political parties under the larger Azimio la Umoja One Kenya flag, or the larger umbrella. Because according to that announcement by Raila Odinga last week, not only in Nakuru, but in the counties in which he visited last week across central Kenya, talk about Nyeri, Laikipia, Kirinyaga, Murang'a, Kiambu, and eventually Nakuru and Nyandarua, the coalition will only have one candidate to contest for each elective seat so as to increase its chances of winning. Remember, this is a region in which the coalition is facing very stiff competition against Kenya Kwanza and in particular the United Democratic Alliance. So how Azimio will approach this particular election really depends, or will really matter on how many seats they will clinch from this region. Talk about Nakuru, for instance. We are seeing a dilemma coming in, and about 4 constituencies and the 2 top seats of the county, because there is no one else vying for governor under Azimio aside from Lee Kinyanjui, who is flying the Jubilee Party flag. But there are several aspirants who intend to fly the Azimio flag for Senate and woman representative, and that is where we will start right now, because for the Senate, we have seen John Mutudho, who is intending to contest for that particular seat. Also, the Jubilee Party is fielding Wakili Lawrence Karanja, who already has a ticket. So it sort of brings a concern amongst the two in terms of when eventually in June, as Raila Odinga stated, these opinion polls are conducted, then what is the process of this opinion poll? How credible will it be? Who is stronger amongst the two? Because you might see a situation where if they settle on one of the two, then the other will feel aggrieved. And of course, Jesse, as you see right now, the time is over. Let's look at some of the constituencies which are promising to really, we must have our eyes there, because whatever calculation Azimio la Umoja does might give credence or might give them a step to win that particular seat, or to lose that particular seat. One of those seats is in Nakuru Town West constituency, in which the person flying the UDA party flag, the current MCA for Shabab, Kamau Githengi, would really celebrate if the Azimio la Umoja coalition will field 2 candidates, because that might, according to pundits, that will give him a clear win. But amongst the Azimio candidates, or the Azimio aspirants rather, Jesse, there is a disquiet on who should be given that particular ticket. Incumbent Samuel Arama, who is flying the Jubilee Party ticket, and ODM's Dr. Isoe Ochoki, both of whom are saying they are strong in their own right. They are strong on the ground, they have met the people, and they want to fly that ticket. Also, there is another candidate under Azimio, and that is a KANU candidate by the name Jedida Wairimo Kiplenge. So how that particular opinion poll will be conducted will determine whether at the end of the day that seat will go to Azimio la Umoja, because currently it is a seat under the Jubilee Party by Samuel Arama. Now, in Nakuru East, also another interesting constituency that we are seeing, the opinion polls might shape whether incumbent David Gikari of UDA will still be member of parliament, or whether the seat will go to the Azimio side. Because as we speak, Nakuru East has got 4, those ones are the ones we have confirmed so far, 4 aspirants who are members of parties allied to Azimio la Umoja One Kenya. Talk about the UDM, that is the United Democratic Movement, which is represented by Abdirahman Ismail Adan. He's flying the UDM party flag. Grace Karuga is flying the KANU party flag. Issa Okello flying the ODM flag, while Joel Cairo, who is the current County Assembly Speaker, is still involved in a fight with Benson Mwangi Wangai, that is popularly known as BMW, on who will be flying the Jubilee party flag. The latest in that particular front is that Joel Cairo says that he has the ticket. But of course, Benson Maina Wangai, BMW, contesting that decision for Jubilee to grant Cairo the ticket. In Rongai constituency, also another place where we are seeing KANU represented by the incumbent Raymond Moi, which is under Azimio la Umoja One Kenya, while Kibet Komen will be flying the Jubilee party flag. So another opinion poll will be conducted there to see who to give that particular ticket. And just in the event that, say, Raymond Moi is given the Azimio la Umoja ticket, of course it will cause a disquiet to the other candidates, Kibet Komen. Or if it goes the other way, the vice versa is also true. If Kibet Komen is said to be the stronger candidate to contest, then again it will cause a disquiet to the other candidate, who's Raymond Moi. In Naivasha, there are two members of parliament, or two aspiring members of parliament under the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. Talk about Anthony Rebo of the ODM party and Ndegwa Nyadhiro of Jubilee party. And just it is important that we mention that this is the first time that we are seeing ODM fielding very many aspirants within the region. Of course, that's owing to that handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. So ODM trying to, walk into the water and see how deep they can go in the region's politics to see whether they can clean seats. In 2013, though, they had an elected member of parliament in Nakuru West, in Samuel Arama, who eventually bolted out to Jubilee Party. The woman representative seat has, so far that we have confirmed, two candidates under the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. Talk about Jubilee parties, Agnes and Jambi, while Ubuntu People's Forum Party will be fielding Eunice Mureithi as the woman rep contestant, both of whom are very strong, both of whom, if given a chance to get to the ballot, will definitely, according to pundits, split the votes and give an advantage to the other side, which is the UDA party. Now, don't forget, Jesse, that also there are those who are running as independents in the region. People who bolted out, say, from Jubilee Party when Governor Lee Kinyanjui came in, and they decided to proceed with their contest as independents. So really, Azimio must really work hard to ensure that they bring out the best candidates to win not only against UDA, but to also make sure that those independents who are part of them do not slice a part of their votes from their strongholds. Jesse.
Down some of the key issues around that approach that will be used by the Azimio One Kenya coalition in terms of just picking one candidate for each elective seat in order to increase their chances of winning. So that particular challenge, as is broken down in Nakuru County, might be replicated in other areas as well. So only time will tell whether those who decide to step down due to this scientific polling will not feel deprived in one way or the other. That's the challenge facing some aspirants due to that particular approach. Is it negotiated democracy or zoning? You choose.